All right. Good evening, my dear viewers. How are you all doing today? I believe you all had a wonderful day. So, my people, I want to talk about the Warri Federal Constituency uh, House of Representative seats, and also uh, maybe shipping one or two concerning the Senate, the Delta South Senatorial District. That is what I want to talk about. I would have come out earlier to raise this subject, but I had other things I was attending to. That was why, if some of you were online, you'd have seen how I came online, but then after a while, I just terminated the broadcast so that I can come back properly. So, guys, the political situation in Warri Federal Constituency presently is not something that we need to just speak and then relax. The Shekiris are working so hard. They have started bribing people, leaders. They have started moving from one leader to another, bribing them with money and other things, just to persuade them, for them not to vote for our people, for them not to support our people. That is what the Shekiris are doing presently. That is what the Jelays, Ajire Mami and the rest, they are doing presently. So by the time you see yourself, you see that the same people you feel should defend our integrity, defend ourselves, might be on their side. Don't be surprised. Because these people are going from one leader to another to bribe them to support their Shekiri agenda. Let me tell you, there is no agenda like Ijele is coming to develop Delta South Senatorial District. There is no agenda like that. There is no agenda that Thomas Eriotomi will develop Warri Federal Constituency. There is no agenda. The agenda is the Shekiri agenda. The only agenda these people have is the Shekiri agenda. That is their agenda. They have nothing to do with the development of either Warri Federal Constituency or Delta South Senatorial District. So don't mistake these two things. Now, if we're even talking about productivity, look at Thomas Eriotomi's tenure. He's about rounding up his second tenure. What have we gained? What has he brought to Warri Federal Constituency as a constituency project? How many empowerment programs has he initiated in the constituency? What is that thing that you can picture or you can point at that Thomas Eriotomi did this, Thomas Eriotomi did that? What is that thing? Nothing. Now the same man is coming back to tell you that he wants to contest for the seat again, and you're considering to give him vote. See, if you give him any vote, you are an enemy of the people. If you allow Thomas Eriotomi to come back as the member representing Warri Federal Constituency again, that means you are an enemy of the constituency. Because there is no base, there is nothing Thomas Eriotomi will be standing on. As a politician, if you contest for a first tenure and you succeed, what we expect from you is to deliver. Is productivity, fair representation, articulacy, progressive representation. That is what we expect from you. And it is on those grounds you have the opportunity to go back for a second term. But in this case, Thomas does not have anything to prove. Thomas Eriotomi has nothing to lay emphasis on. There is no single thing he has done in Warri Federal Constituency. Nothing. It does not deserve our support. It does not deserve our support. He has already disappointed us. Thomas Eriotomi has already disappointed us. So there is nothing we want to do with him at this point again. So Thomas Matamo just keep am for corner. Thomas not follow. And all of this is just who call themselves patriots that are flocking around him. See, all of this you are doing, you are just serving your own purpose. You are not serving the purpose of the jaws of Warri Federal Constituency. You are not serving our purpose. If you think flocking around an Ishekiri man who has the vision, the mission to promote the Ishekiri agenda, and you think that you are supporting that man against his own people, is a lie. An Ishekiri man is an Ishekiri man. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. So my people, there is an agenda, there is an aim for which these Ishekiris are doing whatever they are doing. Look at somebody like Ejele, who has a track record of criminal activities. coming out to say that you want to contest for Delta South Senatorial District. For what? Ejele, who is a known illegal bunker, somebody who had several illegal bunkering sites. Ejele is one of the people who sponsored so many young men into this fire, and they died in the course. They died in the course. Ejele is one of those persons. And he's coming out to say he wants to represent the people. Ejele have no conscience. He has no heart for the people. Somebody like that cannot, a tout like that cannot come and represent Delta South Senatorial District. We have reasonable people. As a matter of fact, Thomas Onuakpo is the best candidate. Just a single tenure, Thomas Onuakpo has made credible impact in Delta South Senatorial District. Look at the way everybody is singing his praises, singing his name, because he has been productive. Thomas Onuakpo has shown what true leadership is, what true representation is. Not for people like Ejele now. We are not going to measure in the minor. We are not going to experiment with the seat of the Senate of Delta South Senatorial District by bringing somebody like Ejele in. No, we are not going to experiment with it. It is too essential for us to do that. We cannot do that. Ejele has the Shekiri agenda, despite the fact that they might have a division within themselves in that their so-called kingdom. The Shekiri agenda is still intact in their mind. It is still intact in their mind. When you look at these issues and you compare, sometimes, I don't know why some of the Jos and Robos of Warri Federal Constituency will look at an Shekiri man and see something positive from him. There is nothing positive about them. There is nothing positive about them. Because politics is all about your influence. It's all about how you have been productive. Even though you have not even gotten any political office, your way of life with the people is what you will use as a yardstick to contest, to seek for the support of the people. Now, what is the way of life of somebody like Ejele? What impact has Ejele made in the life of the people of Delta South Senatorial District? Even his own in Shekiri Kingdom, how many young people can Ejele point out that he empowered this one, he made this one a millionaire, he made this one a millionaire? How many young people can Ejele point out? Somebody who served as a local government chairman in Warri North local government, but did not empower a single person. That kind of person is coming to say that you want to represent the whole of Delta South Senatorial District. It is not possible. Ejele does not have a reputation. He has no positive antecedents. His antecedents, we all know, is built on illegalities, crime. That is the nature of Ejele. So we're not going to allow somebody like that to come and sit on such an exotic throne. Not be Ejele now. Making sure us waiting in do. How many people in carry along? Who in empower for this senatorial district? What has he done? Somebody that his own people have rejected. You know, see, I agree with Ejele. They are rejected sons. They are rejected. The Shekiri people have rejected them. So all they are looking for is some level of relevance, so that they will fight the Olu of Shekiri to take back their titles that the Olu withdrew from them. They are rejected sons. There are places in the same Shekiri kingdom that Ajiri cannot go to. There are places in the same Shekiri kingdom that Ejele, Michael Dide cannot access, because the people will beat them to death. There are places like that in this Shekiri kingdom. To tell you how their people have rejected them. Their people have nothing to do with them. And if you look at the whole scenario again, they have not been able to produce anybody. They have not been able to empower anybody. So there is nothing they want to tell their people. There is nothing they want to tell their people. So if they can even try to persuade some of the Jos and Robos in Warri Federal Constituency to support them, that means they must first go back to seek for the support of their people first. They must. So my people, let us not be deceived. Let us not be deceived. In 2023 or so, I think, was it not 2019 or so, Ejele also contested for this Senate seat. And I so much thank God that he lost it. And is going to lose this one too. Ijele, you will lose it. You have no antecedents now. Politics not be waiting. You will just decide one morning, say, I want to be a politician, I want this seat, and they will give it to you. No. The people must look at you. Your credibility will be put to test. Your credibility will be tested. Your trustworthiness will be tested. Your antecedents will be tested. All of this will be tested before the people will even look at giving you a platform. If not, nothing for you. So Ejele, come out your hand for this Senate seat. Like I said, we are not going to experiment with that seat. We are not going to experiment with the seat of the Senate Delta South Senatorial District. We are not going to experiment with it by bringing Ejele to test if Ejele will succeed. No! It is too vital. The seat is too vital for us to make such an experiment with. We love Thomas Joel Onuakpo. He has represented us well at the National Assembly. And we are returning him back to the National Assembly for more productive and progressive representation. So Ejele, nothing for you. Nothing for you. You are just about bribing people. You are moving from one leader to another. Giving them monies that you made from illegal bunkering. All the money you gathered from illegal bunkering, you are now distributing them to seek for support. People like me, see, if you like, give everybody money. We'll come out to speak against you. You are a criminal, Ejele. You are a criminal. And a criminal would not be allowed to emerge as the senator representing Delta South. No, we will not allow it. We will not allow it. And if you look at some of the statements that you, Ejele, you know that you have been making, it shows that you are somebody that is very, very sentimental, very, very tribalistic, and you're very, very nepotic. So somebody like you cannot now. Ejele that is asking or urging his own Itsekiri people to fight Ijos. Ejele that is empowering Itsekiri people with ammunitions to fight Ijo people. And yet you are coming to say that you want to represent the same Ijo people in the district that they also live in. No, now, it can't work. You can't work. You cannot bite us on one end and then try to blow our wounds away. You can't do that. Ejele, we know you. You sponsored some of these youths to attack the Jos and Robos, to kill our people, burn down our community. And now you are coming back to say you want to represent us at the National Assembly. How you want it happen? How you want it happen? So Ejele, come on your arm for this thing. Thomas Joel Onuakpo is the man we stand for. Thomas Onuakpo is the man that Warri Federal Constituency will support. He's the only one who support for the Senate. And when you come to the House of Representatives seat, for me, I'm saying this again to Thomas Erietomi, see, back off, because you have not done anything in this constituency. You are a failure. The same way Ejele is a failure is the same way you, Thomas Erietomi, you are a failure. You are a failure. Can you point out things you did? The constituency project that you brought to Warri Federal Constituency, can you point them out? Can you point them out? And you think we are going to send you back to the House of Reps again because you were once there? No, this time around, political dynamics in Warri Federal Constituency has changed. We are changing the narrative. That is why we are not going to allow you to emerge, to go back to the House of Reps to represent us again. We are not going to allow you. We are rather bringing a fresh hand, an intellectualist, somebody who has a credible reputation, a street credibility, the worthy man, somebody who knows how to relate with the people, who has empowered the people around him and beyond. That is the person of Chief Promise Lawuru. He is the one we are bringing out. The people of Warri Federal Constituency will support for the seat of the Federal House of Representatives in Warri Federal Constituency. Promise Lawuru is the only man who supports. In this case, we already know the result with Thomas Erietomi. You have served one term and you are about completing your second term. This one is not like we don't know if he's going to do well and just see, let's try him again. No, this one is not trial trial issue anymore. We have tested you. We have seen that you are a failure. So we want to bring in somebody else. It is better for us to bring in a new person to handle this office than for us to return it back to you, knowing very well that you have failed us. In this case, we have to bring Promise Lawuru to test this seat to see if he will fail like you. And I know for a fact that Promise Lawuru cannot fail. He cannot fail. You understand what true representation is. Promise understands it. And he knows that he's not coming there for one power or for one glory for himself and his family. Promise is coming because the people of Warri Federal Constituency have been suffering in the hands of Thomas Eriotomi, who claimed to be our representative at the House of Reps. Promise is coming because he wants to contribute his part to the development of Warri Federal Constituency and the economic growth of the constituency. He's coming out for empowerment. He's coming out to make life meaningful for the people. There are a lot of benefit that comes from the Federal House of Assembly. Some people don't know. That's why you say, if I not vote, if you not concern me. If I not support anybody, not concern me. See, it should be your concern. No? There are a lot of benefit that comes from that place. I mean, dividends. Dividends that should come to the constituency. When you have a representative at the floor of the House of Reps, you should be expecting more schools. You should be expecting roads. You should be expecting hospitals. You should be expecting empowerment and other things that should follow. You should be expecting all of these things. There are some things that we do not expect from the state government. There are some things we don't expect from the state government. And we don't expect them from the federal government to do them by themselves. We expect them from our representatives. Both at the local government level, at the House of Assembly level, and at the National Assembly level. We expect them from our representatives. You cannot tell us that Delta State government should come and build a primary school in one of the communities in Riverine. Delta State government should not even think about that. Rather, our representative in that Delta State House of Assembly should be the one to handle that case. That one not big pass in hand. And I know that in the case of Delta State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Momotimi Dennis Gore has done excellently well. He has done excellently well in this regard. Go to Ishekiri communities. I have made a broadcast about it before. Go to Ishekiri communities. The schools you see there were built by Momotimi Gore. The roads you see in their communities was initiated and constructed by Momotimi Gore. Look at the electrification of the communities in the Riverine. These were brought to the people by Momotimi Gore. Momotimi made life easy for them. He is not only engaging in infrastructural development in those Ishekiri communities and other Ijaw communities as well, and rural communities in the other Ijaw communities in the Warri Southwest Local Government Council. He's also empowering the people. As Momotimi is promoting infrastructural development in Warri Southwest, he is also empowering the people to make life easy for them. So when you talk about building of schools and maybe patching of roads, little empowerment programs, we don't expect all of this from the state government now. You cannot call the state government to come and build a 6-block classroom for us when we have representatives. And there are some things we do not expect from our House of Assembly representatives, but we expect from the member representing us at the floor of the House of Reps and the senator representing our senatorial district. Sometimes we mix these things. That's why people say, this one not they work now. Momotimi has performed excellently well. So we know that he has delivered. With what Momotimi has delivered in Warri Southwest Local Government Council, being our representative, is enough for him to come back for even 10 more tenures. What the productivity of Right Honorable Momotimi Dennis Gore, the productivity of the Speaker of Delta State House of Assembly is enough for him to come for 10 more tenure. It's enough for us to say, this man, you have done well. But can we say that of Eriotomi? Can we say that of Thomas? Can we? We can't. Because when we look around us, we see nothing. We see nothing. All we see is vague promises, failed promises. And I wonder how Thomas is going to move his campaign this time around. I wonder what he will write for his manifesto, or what he will present as his manifesto. Because virtually everything he said in the past elections, in his first tenure, he failed. In his second tenure, he failed. So I wonder what he will be presenting this time around as manifesto. Maybe Thomas, you will take, you want to promise us that you take us all to heaven. Maybe that will be your manifesto. Because when we talk about development, infrastructural development, you are zero. We have marked you zero already. When we talk about empowerment, we have marked you zero. When we talk about proactiveness, influence, true representation at the floor of the House of Reps, we have marked you zero. So I wonder what you will come back to us to preach as your manifesto. Maybe you probably come to us and tell us that if you vote for me, I'm going to take you guys to heaven. Maybe that will be your manifesto, because aside that, there is nothing else you want to deceive us with again. There is nothing else. Everything you promised from your first tenure, you have failed to fulfill. You have failed woefully to fulfill. So don't think we are going to allow you to deceive us again. We won't allow you. We are not going to allow you to deceive us again. So Thomas read to me, pack your load and leave. We are ushering in a brand new mind. A mind that is saddled with the responsibility of bringing more development, progress to Warri Federal Constituency. And that mind is no other person but Chief Promise Lawuru. He's our choice. He's the man that we have chosen to represent us at the floor of the Green Chambers. He's the man we have chosen. We have tested you, Thomas Eriotomi. We tested you for the first tenure, 4 years, you failed. We have tested you for a second tenure, which you are about completing now, and you have failed woefully. So we don't need to test you for a third tenure to know that you are a failure. We don't need to test you for the third tenure to know that you fail us as usual. Rather, we should bring in a new hand to sit on that throne. It is better for us to bring in a new candidate to sit on that throne than to recycle your failure again. It is better. It is better for us to bring Promise Lawuru to test these waters, to see his productiveness, than to recycle your failure, Thomas. Than to recycle your failure. We are not going to do that. So my dear people of Warri Federal Constituency, you should know that the only man that can save us from this political retrogression, political manipulation, this depravity, this ability of not progressing while other constituencies are progressing in Delta State, you should know that the man that can take us out of that problem is Chief Promise Lawuru. He's the only person. There is no other person that can deliver us. No, don't allow anybody to deceive you, especially these Shekiris. Some of them are parading as people who are contesting for the House of Rep seat in Warri Federal Constituency. They are parading themselves. For me, I know they are wasting their time, because we are not going to even look at that direction. Don't mind all of these people. The only man who has the capacity, the credibility to deliver, to bring true change, true representation to Warri Federal Constituency is Promise Lawuru. Now, I know for a fact that there are a lot of Ishekiri people who have benefited from the benevolence of Promise. A lot. Now, there are some of the Shekiris that I'm even having issues with on social media here. I have issues with them. But when I look at their comments, their posts about Promise Lawuru, I see that this man has empowered people beyond even his immediate ethnic group, Ijo. He has empowered them. So when I see Shekiris coming out to sing praises of this man, it gladdens my heart. And that is what a leader should be. That is what a leader should be. Not just your ethnic people from your ethnic group should be celebrating you, should be talking good about you. But others from other ethnic groups, people from other ethnic groups should be able to talk about you too in positive lights. Should be able to point out the things you have done for them. That is what a leader, a true leader is. That is the true leader. Promise Lawuru is being commended by the same Ishekiri people. The robbers are commending him. Everybody is talking about his good deeds. How he has carried people along. How he has empowered people, undermining their ethnic background. He doesn't care if you're an Urobo, if you're an Shekiri, if you're an Ijo, if you're an Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, any tribe that you are, Promise Lawuru doesn't care. All he knows is he's supporting you as a human. Promise does not see any ethnic sentiments. The only thing he sees is human. Humanity is the only thing that he sees. So he's not this kind of sentimental person that will say, okay, if not be my job people, I not go carry and give them. I know they give Shekiri or Urobo man are not near me. Promise is not that kind of a man. When he looks at the constituents, the only thing he sees is humanity. A people that needs true representation. So it's not some of these people like Eretomi, who is always sentimental, tribalistic. Promise Lawuru is not a tribalistic person. Because if he was, the Shekiris wouldn't have been coming out to sing his praises, to support him. You wouldn't have seen any Shekiri man or woman supporting Promise Lawuru if he was a tribalistic man. The reason why they are coming out to support him today is because the man is not tribalistic. He's open, free-minded. These are the kind of people that can bring change to our constituency now. These are the kind of people we need. Not the likes of this so-called Thomas Eretomi. No. When you say that the Shekiris are being marginalized, that they've not been allowed to occupy any sensitive post in Warri Federal Constituency, it makes me even laugh. It is laughable. Because these are people that have monopolized the political system of the constituency for over 2 decades. The Shekiris monopolized it. They took it as if the entire constituency is their property. And thank God that today, that narrative is about to change. The narrative is about to change. The person we are supporting for the Senate, for the whole of Delta South Senatorial District, is no other person but Senator Thomas Joel Onuakpo. We are not going to, like I said, test run Ejele. We are not going to experiment on that seat. Thomas has delivered. He has shown true representation, productivity. He has shown it. So there is no need for us to bring somebody else to try if the person will do better or not. We know that we are satisfied with Thomas Onuakpo's performance. And that is why we are going to push him for a second tenure. So Ejele, we are not going to experiment with you. After all, we even know you as a failure. You served as a local government chairman in Warri North local government. But there was nothing you did. You wasted the resources. The allocations in that local government. You wasted it. You served as a local government chairman there. What did you do? Nothing. Who did you impact? Nothing. Nothing. Who did you empower? Nothing. And you're coming out to say you want to represent a whole senatorial district. You know if it happen now. It can't work. It can't happen. So Ejele, don't even bother about it. And you and your gang trying to bribe people, running around our leaders. It not go work. It won't work. It won't work. All this your drug money when I'm saying they carry, they won't go bribe people. So it not go work. You go fail now. You all will fail. Woefully. You will fail woefully. You will fail. So man, come out on an end for this race. The politics of Warri Federal Constituency and Delta South Senatorial District has nothing to do with the Shekiri people. Una don't try. Una don't hold on our own. When you talk about political structure in Warri Federal Constituency, una don't hijack them before. Now, we're not going to give another opportunity again. We'll not allow you to hijack it again. Thomas Eretomi is about completing his second term. Before Thomas Eretomi, Daniel Riedeju was the one who was sitting on this same House of Rep throne. He was one sitting there. And he spent 12 good years on that seat. 12 good, how do I say, unprogressive years. 12 good, years of failure. That was what Daniel Riedeju brought to Warri Federal Constituency. 12 good years of backwardness. 12 good years of marginalization of the Jos and Urobos of Warri Federal Constituency. That was what and the Shekiri man, Daniel Reneju, brought to us. And look at Thomas Retomi in this context again. He has completed the first term and is now about completing the second term, which should complete 8 years. These are also 8 years of unproductivity, 8 years of backwardness, suffering. That is what he has done. So we are not going to allow you to triumph anymore. Warri Federal Constituency don't big personal. You don't big pass the state where we say we're going to recycle failures. We will not recycle you. We will not recycle you anymore. And that is why, like the House of Assembly, Warri Southwest, nobody go fit come and say you want to take am from Goa, because wetin the people they look at na productivity. And thank God that we not only with the judges of Warri Southwest are coming out to sing of the praises, the good deeds of Right Honorable Motimi Goa, but the Shekiris are coming out to sing the good deeds too. They have seen his productivity. They have seen the impact he has brought, the dividends of democracy he has brought to them. He has brought to them. So they are also singing his praises. So tell me, how one person, one country say, I will do better. We have tested Motimi Goa. We are comfortable with his representation. And we are taking him back again for another term in the Delta State House of Representatives to represent Warri Southwest constituency. He's our man. We are sending him back because he has served. He has delivered. He showed productivity. We see the handwork of Motimi Goa all over the Warri Federal, Warri Southwest Local Government Council. We see his handwork. Look at the development he brought, the roads that he constructed, the schools that he built, the electrification, the empowerment programs, the market building and other places, and even the educational empowerment that Right Honorable Dennis Motimi Goa brought to the constituents of Warri Southwest Local Government. Look at the massive educational empowerment. He's giving out free JAMB forms. He's registering students. He's awarding scholarship to people in the students in Warri Southwest Local Government Council. His constituency. How many times have you heard one Shekiri leader do that? How many times? So my people, make una comot hand for this Ishekiri matter. The Shekiris does not mean well for us, and they can never mean well for us. So we need to take our faith in our hands and support the people that our heart is comfortable with. That we should support the people. Now, also, Mr. Governor, Right Honorable Sheriff Oborevwori, there is no man that will come and say that I will do better than Sheriff Oborevwori. Nobody. You know they. You know they. In as much as I have my differences with the way the government have been, the governor have been handling these insecurity challenges and this high-handedness of the Shekiris, these manipulations and this tension that is being created by the Shekiris in Warri, I still recommend him for another tenure, because when you look at his productivity, is way more than his inability to act, or will I say in inactiveness, his inactions. The areas that he has influenced positively in Delta State is way massive compared to the areas that he has not touched. And then I still want him to touch those areas, especially the area of insecurity. We must put an end to insecurity in Delta State. We must. Look at the way people are sending way bills, guns. They are just moving guns everywhere. The other time the Shekiris were moving guns from Asabad, they moved some to Warri, and they were able to move some to Ogidigbo, their community, with which they are killing themselves. And another person is moving gun two-way bill. See the way they don't move gun for these states. Like say governor not dey. Like say we not get security architecture for these states. What did that happen, Your Excellency? What is happening? Despite the fact that you have done excellently well when it comes to infrastructural development, I still want you to look critically at this level, this security level. When the state is not secured, the people cannot be happy. All of this infrastructure that you are building, this flyover, the roads, the hospitals, the schools, and every other developmental project that you are bringing to Delta State, we cannot enjoy it if our lives are not protected. If our lives are not protected. The fact that people are now sending guns as way bills, People are now moving guns all over Delta State. It's worrisome. It shows that, see, our security architecture in the state is not working. It is not working. So, Your Excellency, you must double up. You must sit up. Take responsibility. You are the chief security officer of the state. Your Excellency, take responsibility. You must. You must carry out decisive actions whenever anybody is found wanting. Somebody commits crime. Anything that has to threaten the security, the peace and security in Delta State. Take it serious, Your Excellency. You must take it serious. Like what the Olu of Shekiri and this Mike Polo and Kolisedema did, smuggling those guns into Delta State. You should have taken decisive measures against them. And I told you before, no throne is above the law. Olu of Shekiri was confessed by his own boys whom he sent to smuggle those guns, that he sponsored that deal. He was the one who purchased those guns. So if we were to be in civilized society, somebody like Olu of Shekiri would have been deposed and sent to prison. Shola Emiko would have been deposed and sent to prison. This one is not something that Abraya accused him of. No. The DSS caught them red-handed. Now DSS now can catch them. Not be saying that a German catch them, they go and lie against the head. You know they DSS now catch them. So you don't get us, they won't come to escape this one. Excuse me. You not get out, they want to escape this one. So, Your Excellency, you must do what is expected of you, sir. We hope for positive Delta State, a state that will be secured, where our people can walk around even at the dead of the night and nothing will happen. Nobody will harm them. That is what we are looking forward to. But with the present happenings in Delta State, especially from even some of our security personnel, I don't think we are achieving that. You cannot be progressing. You cannot be carrying out developmental projects in the likes of building schools, roads, and the rest, and leave this very salient aspect untouched. You can't. You can't. There is no way you succeed in your administration without tackling these security challenges, tackling insecurity in the states. You must. Why was the Delta State Security Trust Fund initiated? Why was that trust fund set up? If not to also aid in tackling this insecurity in the state. There were donations that was made to that trust fund. Or is it that Daniel Mayoku, who is the chairman of the trust fund, has spent all the money on his drug and drug business with Ayiri Mami? Is it that all the monies have been spent by Daniel Mayoku? He has used them to sponsor Jele in this failed senatorial bid? Is that what you are telling us? Is there no money in the account? Why are we not using those money? Why are we not spending those money to solidify the security architecture of the states? We cannot be living in Delta State and be sleeping with one eye open. We can't. We're not going to feed the state when we say, now people they don't even move guns through way bill alone. No. We don't know anybody when they will come pass you now. Somebody feel they move gun, if they inside body they pass down. We don't know again. We don't know who will they meet again for this worry and Delta State. And we get governor. Look at somebody's sending a gun as way bill. How many? Do you know how many they would have succeeded in transporting through that way? That's so security don't come porous for Delta State wish. Is this how porous our security system has become in Delta State? That people now send guns as weapons. People now transport guns from one location to another as if guns are just ordinary rulers. Can imagine? Or ordinary sticks. Delta State. Your Excellency, you must do what is expected of you. You must fulfill your promise. You must serve as the chief security officer of the state that you are. You must take drastic actions in tackling this problem of insecurity in the state. You have to. But even at that, I know that we will send you back for another tenure. because we look, like I said earlier, we look at your infrastructural development, the infrastructural development that you brought to Delta State, the different empowerment programs and the rest, and we are comfortable with it. But the area we are only asking you to pay more attention to, even when you come back as a governor come 2027, is this security side. These security challenges, you must address it completely. So my people, I will terminate this broadcast here, and I encourage you all, especially in Warri Federal Constituency, to support Chief Promise Lawuru for the member representing Warri Federal Constituency at the Federal House of Representatives come 2027. Promise Lawuru is the only man that can change the political narrative, the ugly political narrative in Warri Federal Constituency. He's the only man that can bring true representation, development, and the dividends of democracy to our people. He's the only man. And when you look at the senatorial district, there is no other person than Thomas Joel Onuato. Senator Joel Onuato. He has served. He has shown capacity. He has proven. We have seen his result, his productivity. So we have to send him back for another term again. We have to send him back. You cannot tell me to push aside somebody who has been productive and bring in somebody we don't know if he's going to be productive or not. Also, particularly somebody who has failed in several ways. Somebody like Ejele. You can't ask me to leave Joel Onuato and support Ejele now. Somebody with a failed leadership antecedents. Ejele is a failure, we know. If he could not even deliver, if he could not bring development to Warri North while he was serving as the local government chairman, do you think he will be able to bring any development to Delta South Senatorial District if he's elected the senator? He will not. Thomas Onuato has shown to us what true representation means. And that is why we are sending him back to the Senate to represent Delta South Senatorial District, to represent us. Aside these two people, Thomas Onuato for Senate and Chief Promise Lawuru for House of Reps, there is no other person that we are seeing in Warri Federal Constituency and in Delta South Senatorial District again. No other person. All these ones that Omo Agege and the rest they are doing, they are just wasting their times. If you even look at the recent post made by Omo Agege, he's posting water tanks. As a senator for a whole term, the only thing you can boast of is building water tanks that private individuals have been building all over the place. Now you carry our district money, go build how many water tanks? Now you become post as constituency projects, as district projects. The allocations that you got from this district, you use them to build how many water tanks? Now you come show us the Delta South people, I build water tanks, so you come post there. Are you not ashamed of yourself, Omo Agege? You did not only serve as a senator, you served as the deputy senate president, the number 4th man in the country. But the only thing you can boast of in bringing to your place is water tanks. You can imagine. See, your failure na A1. Your failure na first class. We're not going to bring you back. And no, it can't happen. It can't happen in the Delta Central. It can't happen in any part of the political circle in Delta State. Omo Agege, you are a failure. We not fit bring you come. We not fit, look at the Delta Central now. What do you bring come? Nothing you bring come Delta Central. They are suffering there. And you served as not just the senator representing them, but also as the Senate president. But nothing you bring come that place. You are a failed leader. So my people, I'll leave you guys here and come back for another broadcast tomorrow. Please take care of yourselves and always remember that I Chief Promise Lawuru is the man for the Federal House of Representatives seat in Warri Federal Constituency. And Thomas Joel Onuato is the man for the Delta State, Delta South Senatorial District seat at the National Assembly. Sheriff Oborowori, of course, His Excellency, is the man going for governor again. He don't do better things for Delta State. The only side when say me I tell the drum, now this security side when you never touch well. So and I'm confident that Your Excellency, you will touch these areas, these security areas. You go prioritize them even before he concludes this term, and when he comes back for a second term, he will do it. I'm so much confident in that he will do it. So my people, good night and see you guys another time.